How's it going, everyone? Welcome to this unboxing video of the Apple TV 4K. This is the latest 2022 version. We will do the unboxing, look at the features, and then I will let you know if it is something that you should consider buying, because I know you might be thinking, well, I already have a smart TV, then what do I need an Apple TV for? Well, we'll cover all of that in this video. Let's get to it. So there are two models of the Apple TV 4K. The first one is the entry or the basic 64 gig, which only supports Wi-Fi. And then there is a 128 gig version, which supports Wi-Fi, Ethernet, and also threading. So the Ethernet will allow you to connect your LAN cable directly, I guess, for a more stable connection. And then threading is what you can use for your smart home connection. So it is more of an advanced networking protocol that allows you to connect your smart home appliances. So this one is a bit faster, more stable, and it uses less power. But both models come with A15 Bionic chip processor, which is one of the recent processors, so they are pretty fast. The advantage of the 128 gig is that it has more storage, meaning that you'll be able to download more stuff in there, so more games, more apps. And as I've mentioned, that Ethernet port there, it means that you'll get more stable and a faster connection. So this is the top end 128 gig with Ethernet and Wi-Fi. So this one goes for $3,199. And the box, as you can see, there is a typical premium Apple design, which is simplistic. And then at the back there, it has some of the main features, which is cinematic quality, 4K HDR, Dolby Vision, and also Dolby Atmos for the sound. And then it says there, do more with Apple devices, enhance your TV experience with AirPlay, HomePod, and AirPods. So that shows that you can actually connect some of those devices there. And it also says Apple Home Hub, so it just shows you that you can also use this Apple TV as your smart home hub, meaning it can act as that central connection to all of your smart home devices, so they can connect via the Apple TV and you can control them via the Apple TV, which is a good thing. If you already didn't have a smart home hub, then you can definitely use this. So it will be your entertainment box plus your smart home hub. So to open the box, it's pretty easy. All you have to do is just to peel off the sticky tapes on both ends. And that's about it. And you can just simply open it. It does not have any text on it. It's just the Apple logo there in that matte black. I like how the Apple logo is also in black. And then we can just put the Apple TV aside and then see what else is inside the box. Okay, then inside the box you can already see there is a remote there, and then there is also a power cable. There is a remote which looks pretty good. I like the wrap that they have used there. And then there is our power cable. And there is also a bit of a booklet. And there is nothing left in the box. And here is that mini booklet or user manual. Let us see what is inside there. Yes, it's definitely a manual, so it shows you what to connect, and then also the steps, and also the remote, how it works, and then just a description of each button and when do you use it. Yeah, I think it's pretty handy. So if you're not familiar with an Apple TV, you can actually use this as a quick start guide. And something to note is that this Apple TV does not come with an HDMI cable, which I had to go and buy one myself separately. So I had to get the best one out there. So that is why I went for this 8K, which supports Dolby Vision. So I got this one at BT Games for $299. So this is a 3-meter HDMI cable, but if you wanted a 5-meter, you could buy it for, I think it was $499. So it does not have a brand. I was looking for a specific brand, which is Belkin, but I could not find one locally, so that's why I just went for this one. But I trust BT Games. I think they sell good quality stuff, so that's why I bought there. And then here is the Apple TV. It is wrapped in that tape there, which you can actually remove if you want to. but obviously you can see there on the side that it is a fingerprint magnet without a doubt. But it's something that you should just put away. I don't think you should be touching it a lot, so it shouldn't be an issue there. But overall, I like the design. It is actually pretty small, and as you can see there, the ports that I spoke about, you can see your power port, and then your HDMI port, and then also the Ethernet port. And there is the remote control there. I love the design. I love how minimalistic it is. Just a few buttons, and then I also like the click wheel like there, which reminds me of the iPod. And then on the side there you have a Siri button that you just tap and hold. So yeah, you can use it to make Siri requests. So you can use that button there to make Siri requests. You can press and hold and then say things like enable subtitles or what did they say. So if you miss something while you're watching a movie or something, then you can just simply press and hold and say what did they say, and then it will rewind for you there. So it is a pretty useful button. So this remote comes with a USB-C port, so which is good because all of the Apple products should eventually move to USB-C. So yeah, I must say the remote looks good. And also the middle surface there is actually something that you can scroll on. So you can scroll on it and you can also click on it. It is quite a minimalistic design and it does a lot with just a few buttons there. So those are the three cables that you need to have connected to get going. So your HDMI cable, your LAN cable, and your power cable, and you are ready to go. And then obviously, like all other Apple products, the first thing that you have to select there is the language, and then you can also select the region, and then you have an option to set up your Apple TV manually, or you can set it up using the iPhone, which is, I think, is the quickest option there if you use your iPhone to set it up. So for me, it was able to pick up that I have a HomePod, so it asked me to use the HomePod as the audio output, which is quite good. And you also get an option to download and to set up your screensavers, so the screensavers can download weekly, so you can enable that option there. These are some pretty good looking screensavers. I really love this. And once you're done with all of the setup steps, then you are ready to log in and then start using the Apple TV. So the four main features here, or the four main apps, are your Apple TV Plus app, the Apple Music app, Photos app, Apple Arcade, and your Apple App Store. So this is where you download all of your other apps. The first thing that I noticed that I loved about the Apple TV was the UI. So this UI is smooth, and you can see the icons there. These are familiar icons that I already know from all of my other Apple devices. So this looks much better than my smart TV. So the first thing that I did was to download all of the apps that I already had on my smart TV, including Disney Plus, Netflix, DSTV, Spotify, Formula One, and some of the apps that I didn't already have, such as Al Jazeera. I downloaded that as well, and I was ready to get going. And one other app that I was excited about was the Apple Podcast app. So I'll be able to enjoy my podcasts here. I was able to access podcasts using the HomePod only, but I think there's a difference between when you're just listening and when you're listening and then the album art is showing on your TV there. So I'll definitely enjoy this more. So I was able to find the library of some of my podcasts, some of the podcasts that I was listening to already. School of Greatness, Vusi Thembekwayo's Ideas That Matter, all of the Dave Ramsey stuff, Everyday Millionaires, and Daily Stoics, Learning Leader, everything from Pushkin and Impact Theory, and a whole lot more. So definitely enjoy the podcast app there. And one other show that I've been enjoying on Apple TV Plus is the Mosquito Coast. So this is a brilliant show. If you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend that you watch it. It is definitely one of my favorite shows on Apple TV Plus. I think if you enjoyed Ozarks, you should definitely enjoy the Mosquito Coast. Brilliant show. I think I'm gonna rewatch it again with that picture quality there. And I'll definitely enjoy more of those animal shows and documentaries there, and landscape documentaries. But I think Disney Plus has more exciting shows when it comes to this kind of documentaries. I think it's because Disney Plus has National Geographic shows there. And the other feature that I got to enjoy was Apple Arcade. So I was able to connect my PS4 controller, which I already had from years back. I bought it for the iPad, but I was not using it a lot, so hopefully this time around I will use it a lot on the Apple TV, because I hate buying stuff and they just sit around. And I was able to enjoy a few games there, Pac-Man, Party Royale, Sonic, and then also TNT. There are other good games such as Asphalt. So hopefully I'll also get to enjoy those as well. But one thing to note is that Apple Arcade is not for big and heavy games such as Call of Duty, but it's for these types of games, your arcade and mobile games. And on to the big question, should you consider buying the Apple TV 4K? Well, that is a definite yes, you should consider getting one. Especially if you are in the Apple ecosystem, you will definitely enjoy this. So I was also hesitant myself initially. I didn't want to buy the Apple TV. I thought I don't need one because I already have a smart TV and I use an LG smart TV, which already supports some of the Apple features such as AirPlay. So I was thinking, no, I don't need an Apple TV. But luckily I received this one as my birthday gift. It was my birthday about a week ago. Since then, my smart TV experience has been elevated. This thing just fits perfectly on my Apple ecosystem, just enhanced my smart home experience and then also the smart TV experience. The operating system is smooth, it runs fast, apps load faster, there is little latency and glitches there. So I just love the whole UI as well, and I love the fact that it intuitively and natively pick up all of my other Apple devices that I already have. So as you have seen earlier on, you've seen it picking up the HomePod. I can easily pair my AirPods, and then I can also pair my gaming controller. Basically, the Apple TV is a good buy considering the price, because it only costs about 3.2, and the value and the things that you can do with it, it's a lot. And this is the high-end version. So if you go for the basic model, which is the 64 gig and Wi-Fi only, you can pay even less on that one. So it is definitely a good buy. So even if you're not an Apple person, I know a lot of people who use Android, but they have an Apple TV and they're enjoying it. So it is actually a good product. And that is it. We've come to the end of this unboxing video. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to look on the description below. I will include other links to my previous unboxing videos on Apple products. And then be sure to like and subscribe. I will catch you on the next video.